Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. We're going to talk NBA playoffs, and we're going to talk Major League Baseball and the Guardians, and we're going to talk, and we're going to do some collectibles tonight. We're going to do, and we're going to, and so much more, but we'll get to all that. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. The Milwaukee Bucks went to their first finals in franchise history in the 1971 season. They skunked the Baltimore Bullets 4 games to none. Who was the MVP of that series? And I will have the answer later in the podcast. Well, we're going to talk NBA playoffs and the Cavs. It's Boston 1, Cleveland nothing in the best-of-7 series in the Eastern Conference semifinals. And I felt it was important for the Cavs to take Game 1 of Boston, but they were not able to do that Monday night. The Cavs kept it close in the first, second, and third quarters, but it was all Boston in the fourth, and the Cavs never led once. The Cavs only had three-pointers in Game 1 against the Celtics, and they're in a must-win situation tonight. And right now, they lead Boston 102-87 with 6:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. And and they need to score more three-pointers tonight, and they have done so against Boston. They also need to block the shots that Boston is attempting to make. The bottom line is the Cavs need to wake up. The Cavs need to wake up, and they need to take Game 2, which it looks like they are now. It's 105-87 with 6.5 minutes to go. Cavs need to outscore and outsmart the Celtics in Game 2 on Thursday, which is right now, and they have been doing that. And the Cavs need to look at their mistakes, and I think they did that and correct them and be ready to play in Game 2 of Boston, which they were tonight. And Donovan Mitchell's keeping his team in the game, and Allen was questionable, but I don't think he's playing tonight. So I will. You'll have to check me if I'm wrong, uh, and right now I'm not going to check it right now. And no, Jared Allen is not playing, so Isaac Crow's in his spot. And Donovan Mitchell's had 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and Evan Mobley has had 19. And those are the two big score time leaders. And so we'll see. The Cavs are up by 20 right now with 6:06 to go in the fourth, 107-87. Uh, and if Oklahoma City won, Dallas nothing as the Thunder beat the Dallas Mavericks, 117-95 on Tuesday. I mean, it's on Monday, excuse me. Uh, in Oklahoma City, Game 2 between the Mavericks is on Thursday, and that's after the Cavs game tonight. The Knicks lead 1-0 in their best-of-7 series against the Pacers. The Knicks and Pacers game is today at 8 o'clock on TNT, which they're playing right now, and I can give you a score update on that one. Let me check it out. Uh, Let me check it out here, and actually, they have their game 3 tomorrow. Is their game 3? They lead 2-0. Excuse me. They lead 2-0 in their best-of-7 series, as they won 130-121 last night, and they have their game 3 tomorrow in Indiana, and and so and the Timberwolves and Nuggets Their match is tomorrow, and Minneapolis 9:30. The Timberwolves lead the series in the best of seven, 2 games to none, and Denver will try to win Game 3 and make it 2-1. So we'll see what happens with that one tomorrow. And And now we're going to turn it over to the Guardians. And it's right now, before we get to that, 111-87 Cavs with 4:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. Now we'll talk about after scoring 7 runs and losing 11-7 last night, the Guardians took the rubber game of the 3-game series against the Tigers, 5-4 yesterday at Progressive Field. Brian Rocchio, Brian Rocchio, I guess it's Brian Rocchio, Cleveland's 23-year-old rookie shortstop, caught Tigers veteran infielder Javier Baez straying a little too far off second base after a smash from pinch hitter Ryan Valade for what turned out to be a crucial out in the 10th inning of play of extra innings of the Guardians' 5-4 comeback win yesterday at Progressive Field. It was Rocchio who delivered the game-winning RBI in a line drive single against 5-man infield in the bottom of the 10th inning, but without his heads-up play in the top of the 10th, in the top of the frame, excuse me, Cleveland might not have been in a position to win this game. And but they put forth the effort and they got it. They got the win. And right now they are in Chicago taking on the White Sox, and that's on Bally Sports Ohio. And right now they find themselves down 3-0 in the top of the fourth. And Ben Lively is still on the mound. He's gone 3 innings and still going. And the Guardians have 1 hit. Hopefully those bats can get going. So we shall see. They are in the top half of the fourth inning. So that means the Guardians have to bat. Hopefully they get the bats going. And we'll talk more about the NBA playoffs in just a moment. But right now, it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. The Milwaukee Bucks went to their first finals in franchise history in the 1970-71 season. They skunked the Baltimore Bullets 4-9. Who was the MVP of that series? And if you said NBA great, who also played for the Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you are correct. Kareem averaged 26.6 points and had 17 rebounds per game in the playoffs. Julius Erving was drafted by the Bucks in 1972, but ended up in the ABA. Boy, what a dynasty this might have been. And I have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Right now, we're gonna do a collectible segment. Just follow me over here. I want to grab something real quick. I'm going to show this on camera. This is my collectible for today. One of them this is an Albert Bell baseball card by Fleer that is framed. It's got all the stats on the back. It's showing this is a former Guardian who when the Indians were existent, he was an Indian. And so with the Indians when they were existent before they became the Guardians. And this is worth, I know a lot of it because it's framed, it's worth a lot. So if you have something that's framed, you want to check with a collector and find out how much it is worth. But this is an Albert Bell card that is framed. And this is really worth something. I think right here on the bottom in bold, there's a little nameplate there. And this is the picture, and it looks great frame. So that's uh, collectible. And I'm gonna do one more. Just stay right here with me. I'm just over here. I'm gonna bring this over. I haven't done a bobblehead in a while that I pulled out. Let me get situated back here. This is a Shane Bieber bobblehead. As you know, he's out for the season. He's got the cap on and has his number 57 right on the back. Right here at the bottom, it says Guardians, Cleveland Guardians, and has his name right there. And this is a very these bobbleheads can be worth money, but you got to find out from a collector how much they are worth. And that's collectibles for today. That is collectibles. So I just wanted to share those couple of collectibles with you. Uh, and right now we're going to go back to talking. Actually, I want to mention the NHL playoffs because I've had somebody mention when are you going to mention the NHL playoffs. So I'll do that right now before going back to talking about the NBA playoffs. Uh, so, and right now, the Rangers and Hurricanes uh, are tied in the third period at 1 with 13:44 to go left in the third period. And later on this evening, the Avalanche and the Raiders and the Stars, the Dallas Stars, they have their game two late. They have game two later, and tomorrow the Panthers and the Boston Bruins will do their game three tomorrow. And tomorrow night at 10, the Edmonton Oilers and the Canucks will do their game two, and then the back on, and that's for tomorrow's games. So, and the Rangers will play on Saturday in their game four. So, right now, the Rangers and Hurricanes. Let me go back here. They are trying to get up. Right now, the Rangers and Hurricanes are tied at 1 in the third period with 13:34 to go. And right now we'll go back to talking about the NBA playoffs. And the Mavericks and Thunder are coming up next after the Cavs game concludes. Right now they're up 116-89 with 2:07 to go. We're coming up on the 2 minutes to go in this game. At 116-89, and hopefully, I think the Cavs are going to hold on to win this game, and we shall see. They'll tied up at 1 to come back here for game 3, which will be on Saturday. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with another podcast, hopefully this weekend or sometime next week. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.